views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to RAP Paranormal and Friends with your hosts,
Kim Purvis
and Allison Robinson. Make sure to check us out on our Facebook pages, RAP Paranormal and Friends and RAP Paranormal Busters, for up-to-date show information and events.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host
Hey
and or
everyone,
the guest do
welcome
not
to
necessarily...
another night of RAP Paranormal and Friends. We have special guests tonight. We have Cynthia Geordias of Raven Rose Paranormal back with us. She's been a frequent flyer with
frequent
us, so welcome.
flyer. Hello, hello.
All right. So, Kim has a topic for us to talk with you tonight. So,
Well, we've been going with a lot of different groups, and we've seen how different people investigate, and not anybody's wrong on how they investigate,
True.
but I've learned a lot how to incorporate a lot of their stuff into our stuff and try to stir different things up different wise. What do you think about that?
I have to tend to agree. I don't think there's any one specific way to do it. There's no, like, paranormal investigator's handbook that anybody has. And if they do, run away from them. No, I think collaborating with other teams and working with other teams and watching how they do things is awesome because, you pick up a lot of things that maybe you wouldn't normally try or do, and and you see different ways that people go about things, and yeah, I think it works really well.
And I've watched a lot of live feeds. And I'm not going to mention any names because I watch a lot of live feeds.
that is true. She knows.
But I've noticed a few of them. I don't know if it's the way they ask the questions or what, or their tone of voice, but it almost sounds like they're trying to provoke, and then they don't get nothing. Then they can't wonder why this was so quiet.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot too. I've seen quite a few as well where I don't know that they're doing it purposely, like you said, but it comes out very aggressive and it comes out very demanding. And I think that's one of the things that as a paranormal investigator you kind of pick up on as you go along and as you get the experience is they're not trained monkeys. They're not going to perform on command, and the less respect that you give, the less results you're going to get. Or the less respect you give, the worse results you're going to get.
Yeah. The couple of them that I've watched. I love it. We've had it happen to us. Is the cat and mouse. They're kind of come on out, and you hear the noise downstairs. So they go downstairs and it's upstairs.
Yep.
So they're
A typical night at Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We get that a lot at Edinburgh too, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yes and no. I mean, with Edinburgh, it seems more. It's not so much it goes by floors.
No,
It
it's
goes-
like
it
one
goes-
end to the
yeah,
other. Yes.
One side to the
To
other.
the other. Yes, that's exactly right.
Melbourne, it's floors.
Floors. Yes. That is true.
Yep. Yeah, Melbourne, you're chasing things up and downstairs. Edinburgh, you're chasing things up and down the hall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, ma'am. Speaking of Melbourne, I cannot wait because I have a newbie that I'm taking in June.
Oh, snap. Popping their cherry at Malvern.
Yep. Well, what I did was I offered up an investigation for a prize at a silent auction,
Uh-huh.
and this guy had bid on it, and he's always been interested in it, but has never really gone.
Right.
And so he bid on it and won it, and I'm sitting here trying to think to myself, well, where do I want to take him?
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to subject him to Villisca? Not really.
No.
Do I want to put him in Edinburgh? Probably not,
Yeah.
because that place is just huge.
Yeah.
So I figured Malvern would be a good start, because it always seems like when you go to Malvern,
Yes.
you get something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's not, I mean, it may not be anything hugely spectacular,
Right.
but you always get something.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And plus, it's more fun threatening him that I'm going to lock him in the attic.
Oh, yeah. Gonna throw pickles at him through the hole?
No. No. Because I would probably end up freaking him out.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he's already told me I can't promise you I won't run screaming like a girl. And I'm like, well, you know. If you run screaming like a girl, I probably won't take you again.
Yeah, right? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It's always fun to take new people. I love it.
We're taking new people in September.
Oh,
Are ya?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
3 of them from our dart league wants to go with us so bad, and
Yeah.
we says, well, Christie's Memorial's that weekend. We got openings, so you can come.
Well, there you
that
go.
weekend.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then you can actually watch how they think
Uh-huh.
that ghost investigating goes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I'm sure we'll be bringing our mannequin, too.
Oh, gotta take the mannequin.
That damn thing. Oh my god.
Could you imagine that thing crawling down, but it has no arms? Like, you know?
If
It
that
has
thing was
legs.
if that thing was like doing the whole snake thing on the hell no. Nope. Nope. You would actually see me run.
I can bring Charlie too. The one we put in the wheelchair.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
so
Oh my god, that was
if you're gonna bring Charlie, can we not put him in the wheelchair the way he was the last time we did?
didn't do
We didn't
that.
put him that way.
I don't know who did, but damn.
I know
exactly
who
who
did.
did.
His
I
name
can-
starts with a C and his last name starts with a C. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I can about imagine. That would not surprise me a bit.
And then Leslie just improvised with a bigger package.
Yeah. Mm.
I
Although
was
it
just
did-
waiting for that to flash. I'd been like, holy shit!
It did make for some really fun video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah. Yep. But it's so much fun when you take newbies with you because, you know, they sit there and they think that it's all, that they should be doing things like the TV shows show you.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Nope.
Hence comes in the different ways of investigating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, you have to teach them the proper way instead of running around calling for demons.
Yeah.
Yeah. when I took the boys around at Melbourne that time we were there,
Mhm.
I watched them, and you could tell his dad had taught him very well because he was very polite and asked questions just like he should,
Mm-hmm.
and Hank really
Yeah.
liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Which surprises me because Hank does not like children.
No,
Yeah, I
but he
know.
liked him.
He doesn't like children. He
Yeah.
doesn't like women, but he likes him and he likes me. I don't get it. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I look like a dude. I don't know.
No, I think it's more you're not you don't pander to him, you know?
Mhm.
You don't
Mm-hmm.
you don't sit there and try to placate him and oh, okay, Hank, it's okay, blah blah blah. I mean,
Mhm.
Right.
the reason why he hates me is because I sit there and talk shit back to him. But you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so but that was
I was very impressed with the boys,
Mm-hmm.
how they went
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
investigating.
when I took them up there too, they did really well. Mm-hmm.
well, which is good because you know that way you know that they're being taught correctly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because I thought, well, I'm going to have to stop them not to provoke or anything. What have all they've learned? I didn't have to say a word to them.
Yeah.
I let them
Yeah.
lead the investigation, and they let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think it helps too, you know, when you get newbies in there and you actually show them that hey, you know, you can't model what you see on TV when you're in an actual location.
Right. Exactly.
And that's just like, okay, we got newbies. They ask, where's it all haunted? Which rooms? Well,
Anywhere can be
anywhere.
haunted.
That's
It's
what I
Yeah.
usually tell them. I can't tell you our experiences, then you're going to expect that and then it not happen.
Right.
Yep.
Everybody has their own experience and they have it in different areas and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why when I actually go to a location anymore, I don't ask where the hot spots are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because, I mean, if it's a well-known location, you know, you're already going to know where most of the hot spots
Right.
are because you've seen it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not, then, I mean, it's a better experience if you get to experience it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly. Yep. I agree.
Yeah, that way you don't have the preconceived notion of, oh, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get scratched, or you know, I'm gonna provoke and they're going to throw me out of the room or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's not how it works.
No, it doesn't.
Even though a
But-
lot of people nowadays claim that it does, just so they can get those ratings. But it's like
Yeah,
I call
yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. Well, and you know, there's so many different ways that people go about things because you know, you have some of those teams that are just like anywhere they go, they seem to find the children, and anywhere they go, you know, certain spirits just flock to them, and
Uh-huh.
you know,
Mhm.
yada yada yada, and you know, I'm not calling out any team in particular because you know,
Right.
there's just everybody has a different way of doing things,
Mm-hmm.
but some of the ways that I've seen some teams do things, it's just like how can you justify, you know, the way that you're doing this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how can you justify, like, there's certain teams out there that I've seen that, oh, we're here to cross all the spirits over that are in here.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God. Don't even
Why?
get me started
Yeah.
on that.
Why are you going to throw them out? You know, what if this is the only home they've known? What if this is the only place they're comfortable? Why are you going to cross them over and throw them out?
Mm-hmm.
And without the owner's permission?
That too. And then, you know, the witchy part of me sits there and goes, well, when you do cross them over, how do you know where they're going to go?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That is true.
You know?
Yep.
Because you don't know if you don't. I mean, you can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't know what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to hurt something.
Right.
And if it's not yourself, it's going to be, it's going to be the location or the spirits that are there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Puppy, quiet.
Yeah.
That's all right. At least it's your dog and not mine this time. Normally it's mine. But yeah, no, I don't know. And it's really bad to say because there are no experts in this field. There are no rules. Well, there's rules, but there are no certain like laws and guidebooks set out and all of that. You investigate the way that you're comfortable.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But yet, by the same token, if provoking is what makes you comfortable, you might want to rethink your strategy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're asking for it if you do that a lot.
Yeah,
Lord.
I mean, Thomas Hunsaker and I he was nice enough to go to a movie with me, and we went and saw The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will tell you right now, awesome movie, definitely worth the money if you get it on DVD or streaming or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely watch it.
Yes.
But it's funny because Thomas and I had the whole theater to ourselves, so we're sitting here chit-chatting while we're watching the movie.
Yeah.
And he starts giggling because he's like, every time they see demon, all I can think of is Roland. Demon?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was his approach to it, though, is he never, he took it seriously, but he never took it so serious that he couldn't have fun with it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And there are teams that will investigate like that too. If you go and giggle or laugh or try to have fun at any cost, no, can't do that.
Well, they haven't been investigating with us then.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm not one of those investigators that walks with a stick up my ass. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, and so I like to try and balance it. I like to have fun.
Right.
But I don't want to get too loose with it.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're going to get stupid, then no.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You don't need to be here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yeah, you can have fun. Yeah, every once in a while it's kind of fun to hide behind a corner and pop out at somebody. Yeah.
I just have to walk in a room and they scream anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, little miss, I have no lights on my shoes or bells on my shoes, so I can't hear you coming.
And she's like 2 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
And wearing all black.
Uh-huh.
In a very dark location. Hello.
Yup. That's kind of why I'm a little apprehensive about Ashmore, because I've never been there before, so...
I haven't either, and I'm ready. Oh my God. I've been wanting to go there for so long.
Oh, so have I. And I can just imagine right now people are going to be popping out of the freaking walls or something,
Not me. I want to investigate. I don't want to...
I want to investigate too, yeah, but... It doesn't take much for you to scare somebody.
No.
Oh, no. No.
That's true.
All Kim has to do is walk into the room behind them and just say, hi.
Yeah, I know. And they're like,
somebody's going to jump. Yup.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I watched a live feed from there. I know it probably won't. I want it to happen, but I don't want to expect it to happen. Mm-hmm. But they were in the second floor, and the lights were going on across the hallway, and I'm going, oh, cool, let's hope that happens.
Yeah.
Well, truthfully, okay, so I am going to give props to Destination Fear, because when they were at Ashmore, some of the freaking audio that they got, oh my God,
yeah.
The whistles, the actual audible, like, you didn't need the EVP recorder to hear voices?
Yeah, right?
That's what I want.
The team I watched, you could hear the whistles on their live feed.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to actually be able to sit there and go, oh my God,
Right.
did you hear that? I want the domino moment from Malvern.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was so cool. When
You
that
know what I
happened.
mean?
Oh
I
yeah,
want
I
the
do.
I want the domino moment from Malvern.
Of course, neither one of us were recording in that direction when it happened.
Of course not.
It never works that way.
I know it doesn't.
But it was so hilariously funny to listen to the two of us because we're just sitting there chit chatting, and then all of a sudden, whoa!
Oh yeah, yeah. That domino went. It
Yep.
went.
I found that when we're just we do our investigations and stuff, and we're really not getting it, and we'll just sit there and kind of chat between us, and all of a sudden things will happen.
Well, yeah, because you're ignoring the elephant in the room,
Right.
which is the spirits. You're not paying. You're not focusing totally on
Right.
trying to have them do something.
Mhm.
So they're going to do something to get your attention,
Yeah.
which is what I want. So yeah,
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
I can't wait.
I'm
I
excited.
can't either. Oh my
It-
god.
I'm excited.
It's 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away,
Yeah,
and it's not
Hmm?
soon enough.
I know.
Right?
I'm having withdrawals.
Well,
Sure.
I don't know. We went and did Bango.
I know. I really wanted to go. Dang it.
Yeah, we went and did Bango with Dana and Dustin. We didn't. Okay, so it was hot.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that right now. It was
Mhm.
it was like ungodly. It wasn't so much hot as it was stuffy.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Because there is no airflow in that place.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did the third floor,
Mhm.
and then we did the chainsaw room because they couldn't stay very long anyway because they wanted to drive back home.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
So we gave up probably. Oh, I'd say it was probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock. We gave up,
Mhm.
but we did. Those were the main two spots that we did, and I mean, we went up to the third floor after we had done the tour, and did our stuff up there, and then we go down and take a break because it was so hot.
Hot, right?
And then I asked everybody, I'm like, okay, so how do you want to do this? I said, because we can hit the two main spots that I like.
Mhm.
I said, or you guys can choose, whatever you feel drawn to. And so we all just basically kind of agreed on the attic and the chainsaw room.
Mhm.
Well, as we're in the chainsaw room, I had the necrophonic going.
Mhm.
And we were trying to communicate with Issa, the little girl that's in there.
Mhm.
And we had two other girls with us that were part of the Bango crew.
Oh, okay.
And so we're standing there, and one of them is actually pregnant. And she swears she felt like a little hand tapping on her stomach.
Oh wow.
And then after that was really cool. Over the necrophonic, we get this crystal clear little girl giggle.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so cool.
Oh wow.
It was
know,
so
dang
cool.
Dang it! I really want to investigate there.
Yeah, we didn't get much upstairs. We got a little bit. I think whatever the older guy that was upstairs was having fun playing with Dustin because Dustin, he went over to the corner because he felt drawn to the corner, started walking back, and he's like, he's following me, isn't he? I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, he is.
That's funny.
But I mean, even and even with investigating with you guys and with like Dustin and Dana,
Yeah.
I would have never in my life thought of taking things like a Simon and an Etch-a-Sketch and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
things like that the stuff that Kim can come up with.
I know, right?
Yep.
It's
My sand and
yeah, it's like a let's try this or let's try that, let's see if this or let's see if that, that's the cool stuff about it is when you can think out of the box, and whoever you're with is actually up for, hey, let's do this. Let's try
Right.
this. Darren, even though some of his stuff is a little off the wall, he comes up with some really cool stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Are
you trying to show me your boobies?
No.
I saw you just adjust down there for a minute.
I adjusted so you could see my shirt. It's my Let's Call the Exorcist.
Nice.
Yeah. But no, I was actually adjusting because I don't like the lighting that's
gotcha.
in this room right now, because I just feel like I'm totally dark.
Oh.
But it's a good thing they can't see me. But yeah, I mean, just thinking out of the box and trying different stuff is another thing. A lot of teams, what they'll do is they'll just stick with the tried and true.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just stick with the EVPs and the ITCs, and they won't go with anything else.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Darren and Roland were the ones that actually got me into. When I remember to bring them, the playing cards.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trying the playing card experiment of holding up the playing card and saying, hey, can you tell me what the number is, or can you tell me what's on the card?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Kim was the one that came up with the sand and the Etch-a-Sketch and the Simon.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I got the memory cards, too. It have animals on them.
Yeah. We actually had that work at Granger.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That
was cool at Granger because,
Yeah.
After they made me walk outside and get Penny and Pippo.
Yeah.
It happened at the women's club because...
it wasn't Granger. It was the women's club. Yeah.
And I held up the penguin, and it said, whatever the penguin's name is. Penny?
Penny. Yeah, it said Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I told him, I said, if you can tell me what the name of the penguin is, I will go get him. And lo and behold,
I hear your
it came out, and and I had to go out and get him.
Yep.
And now I have a neighbor outside that's mowing the lawn right now, so my dog is going nuts.
Yep.
I am like the worst neighbor because I am always, who in their right mind at 7:30 at night is mowing the goddamn lawn?
Well, somebody liked to mow the lawn at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I was sleeping and got woke up.
It is cooler then, I can see it, but at 7:30 at night, 7:30 in the morning, it's like, really? Seriously. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, at 9 o'clock, it's dark. How can you mow?
I know.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, speaking of collaborations and stuff, I am thinking of bringing my Black Mirror.
Ooh.
To
stay away.
It's a different
Ashmore.
location. You don't know. Malvern and I have an attachment with Malvern.
You ain't my mama.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can't tell me what to do.
That's right.
As long as Cynthia and Kelly are with you or somebody. Okay.
Oh, babe, I got you. We're good.
Okay.
It's a different location. I don't know how I'm going to respond to this place.
Well, and I may not bring, depending on what we're getting, I may not bring it out, depending on how things are going,
Right, yeah. Right. Yeah, if it's real weird and bizarre, some weird, bad juju.
Yeah, I'm all for stirring stuff up, but not like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Not where I have to bring out the witchy bag and fix things.
I'll have to bring my oh shit bag and
yes,
and my crystal.
Yes, definitely.
I've got a list made.
Yep. So since we're on the subject of the whole different ways that people investigate, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
What is the oddest thing you have seen a paranormal team do? The weirdest thing.
Weirdest thing. I have to go back through all my lives here.
I don't get to watch a lot of lives.
Or what do you feel was the weirdest thing you've seen when you've collaborated with somebody or seen a paranormal team do?
I guess we haven't had anybody who's too off the rocker. Just her cousin's friend who about took my neck off in Hank's room. Like, she tomahawked the shit out of me. I've never seen somebody so petrified, terrified that they literally just go like this and my neck snaps. Like, I've never been in a WWE wrestling match at a freaking paranormal investigation before.
We had the Ovilus going, and it came over in Hank's room.
Yeah.
It came over a weird voice, and it went, hell. And that's when she attacked Alice, and she was scared to death. And
yeah. My neck snapped and everything. I'm like, bitch, do you know that you're standing in front of me? If they're going to come for somebody, they're going to get you first? Like, what?
Yeah, I want to say that was the weirdest.
I know people get scared, but I never knew that I was going to get broken bones from somebody, an actual human being on an investigation.
Right.
But, I haven't really had anybody who's done some really weird stuff that we've collaborated with. They've all been pretty good. Oh, that one chick, though, that was the energy vamp. Were you there for that one? No.
Was that at Melbourne?
Yes.
Was that
I don't think you were there. I think I messaged you about that.
Could have been.
She was weird.
Yeah, you did. You messaged me.
Very bizarre. She just, like, all of a sudden just appeared out of nowhere and stuff. And then at supper, she was asking me about my crystals. Like, oh, you got crystals? What kind of crystals? Like, I didn't even say I had any with me. She was just talking about it.
And then she said she was going to move every spirit on while she's there. And
she was going to pray for me.
At Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I says, no, you're not.
Yeah, but the thing was that she just wanted to collect them to get her energy up. And I literally, and then she said some weirdest shit. Like, how do you go up to somebody you just met and ask them, your booty's big, is that from you just eating a lot, or do you work out to get that? Like, she asked another gal that just first met that night, and then she came up to me and told me when we were taking a picture on the stairs, she's like, I was like saying something about I didn't like the picture, and she's like, well, that's because you have resting bitch face. And I was like, oh, don't let me come up off these stairs at you, girl. Like, oh!
Wow.
I wanted to pop. She just said some weird off-the-rocker shit, and she was doing some weird shit, talking about she was burning up alive and all this bullshit. That was weird. I don't know. And then she just disappeared. She was gone. She didn't tell anybody she was leaving or nothing. She was just gone.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, if you ever have her there again, I'm going to fucking
when she was there, we got nothing.
Oh, yeah. When she was there, we got absolutely nothing.
Nothing. And then as soon as she left, the whole place lit up.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
It's like,
Not
thank
surprised.
God she left.
They didn't want her to collect them. Like, they didn't want to be collected by her because she was a fucking bat shit crazy bitch. Whoa.
Yeah. I think the weirdest thing I've ever seen would have been Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. When I took Roland down there for his 50th.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't remember where this girl was, but I want to say she was upstairs on the 3rd floor. And it's just, it was 2nd floor, because they have this thing they called a creeper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it comes down the hall at you and stuff.
Mhm.
And apparently, I think it was either there or in the downstairs. What's his butt's apartment, gym or something.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, she had gotten affected, and like they took her outside to get some fresh air, and she's almost puking outside. Eyes are like black, black.
Mhm.
And I told one of the guys, I'm like, go inside, grab the Filipino guy that's standing in the doorway. I said, tell him to go get my black bag.
Mhm.
So Roland ran up and got my witchy bag, and I came outside, and I think we were out there for probably about half an hour with Sage and Palo Santo.
Dang.
Yeah.
So worse than me.
Oh yeah.
You can't say
Yeah.
I'm bad.
You I can handle. There's times all I have to do is look at you and go, sit down, shut up.
Uh-huh.
But no, she got affected pretty bad there. And it's funny because like places like Old Pittsburgh Hospital, the differences in the locations in that hospital are like night and day. You know, third floor was the psych ward and the psych ward and the children's floor. Go figure that one.
Yeah.
You put the kids on one side, the psych ward on the other. How does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Second floor, you had the OB, and then you had regular rooms, and I think no, the OB was on the second floor. OR was on the first floor with the ER. They had the OR and the ER on the same floor.
Huh.
I didn't make it down to the basement. That was where the morgue was, but that's where everybody started to head, like right when they turned us loose so that we could go investigate. So I was like, no.
Yeah.
Roland's like, well, where do you want to go first then? And I'm like, I want to walk around. I want to see what I can find, see what I can feel.
Right.
So we just started from the top and went down. Weirdest spot I found was probably the ER. It hadn't been raining or anything, but for somehow, some way, there was water dripping from somewhere in the ER, so that made it weird. And then we caught a figure on somebody else's SLS camera. Roland was standing, kind of trying to position himself to where he was sitting on the gurney that was in there. Because there was a mannequin on the gurney, so he couldn't fully lay down.
Oh, yeah.
And so there was a stick figure there, and then we were doing a dual Estes method with two other ladies, and we were getting corresponding, like, conversation going between the two of them, and they couldn't hear each other. And I'm sitting here looking at Roland going, are you getting this? And he's like, yeah. I said, do you understand any of this? He's like, no. But then after the conversation was going for a little bit, one of them started busting up into tears. So it was like, nope, we're done.
Yep.
If you are going to get emotionally affected, we are done.
Yeah.
We're going to move on for a little while. So, I mean, and that's, that's one of the things too, is when you collaborate with somebody and you get to watch their style as well, you get a feel of how much is too much.
Right. I agree. Kim knows what.
I know it's Allison. I've been with her enough that I know when she's having a problem and it's time to get her outside.
Right. Or even with the whole place.
Yeah.
How much is too much? How much of the feel is, okay, we really need to stop for a little bit. Or, we really need to call this. I don't think this is a good idea.
Mm.
Because there's some teams that have no clue how to gauge
Right.
the feel of a place.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You'll get the weird vibe, and so you're sitting here all ready to go. I think we need to take a break, and everybody else is like, "No, let's keep going."
Right. Yeah, and you're like,
Mhm.
no, better take
Mm.
that.
Mine is when my head starts hurting real bad. It's time to go outside for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good unless I have been like tuning in real, focusing and tuning in.
Mhm.
Because I mean, you guys have seen me. Then it's like, okay, I have no energy left. I gotta go outside.
Yep. Yep.
It's either that or I'm gonna go pass out.
Yep.
Paranormal hangovers is a real thing.
Oh my god! And they last for like 3 days.
Yeah.
At least 3 days. I was. Who was I? Oh, it was Randolph when we did Randolph. Taylor and I drove out there.
Mm-hmm. That's
Did the investigation. Yep, did the investigation, turned around, started driving back. Finally, like, part of the way home, we decided we were going to stop at a motel and actually get some sleep. But I think for the next, 3 days, it was like I felt like I went on a bender and had drank for, the last month straight.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm.
And that's what kills me, is why? Why? Why?
I don't know.
Is it the energies that we're picking up on from these spirits plus staying up all night that's just draining us, or what is it?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I was trying to figure out, because it's like, okay, so you know when you used to go out and stuff, you would take a nap beforehand because you knew you were going to be out drinking, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You knew you were going to be up all night partying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You do the same thing before you go to an investigation. You take a nap. You rest up. You conserve your energy. You're ready to go for the whole night. And all of a sudden, 2:00 hits, and it's like, oh my god.
Yep.
And then you go home, and you sleep for the whole frickin' next day to make up for the sleep that you didn't get the night before. And then you're fighting being tired for the next couple of days because you slept all day the day before.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as I get home, Eric goes, "Good night."
Yeah. Yep. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's
Even at Melbourne, about 2:00, I'm dead tired,
Mm-hmm.
and then about 2:30, I'm raring to go again.
Yeah, I'll get my second wind a little bit later. I mean,
yeah, y'all suck.
I don't know why, but Kim and I used to be able to go till about 5:30, and then we would go to sleep for about an hour. And now it's 2:00 rolls around. We're like, oh my god, we're tired. And then you lay there and you're like, I'm kind of awake now. I kind of want to get up, but everybody else is sleeping. So do I get up and investigate, or do I just lay here and try to fall asleep?
Well, and then you hear all the noises that are actually going on without you being able to get up and go find out what it is.
I know.
That was the night at Cambry House. It was the night of was it the film festival? Maybe, I think. And I had stayed up in the house, and there was a couple that was in the bedroom downstairs. I was out in the main room, and then there was another guy that was in the other bedroom upstairs. Well, the couple, the lady went to bed. The husband and the other person that was in the bedroom upstairs went outside to smoke, I'm sitting on my bed. I'm like, I'm tired. I really should try and get some sleep. I'm yawning, and I go to lay down, and I hear click, and the attic door opens.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, shit. Guys, because I could hear them,
Yeah.
So I figured if I talked loud enough, they could probably hear me. So I'm like, guys, nope.
They're like, we ain't having none of that.
Nope, they were outside, and I'm like sitting here going, God, do I get up? Do I not get up? What do I do? I'm not used to having doors open on me.
We didn't have that happen.
We haven't had any doors open on us there.
We just had April witnessed it because she heard me rustling around in my sleeping bag.
Oh, I saw it too.
And I was trying to be quiet and try to find my flashlight so I could go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden my candle came on.
Yeah, it was on that little hearth area right there, and like that some bitch just turned right on.
Like
it's like
they knew I was
Kim
looking
needed a
for my
light to get.
flashlight.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. I was like, oh my god.
That's awesome.
It hadn't gone off all night.
Yeah.
I was looking for my flashlight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the fun times.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
When you have the unexpected and you're sitting there going, holy shit, now what do I do?
I know.
This is what I wanted. Now what do I do?
That's just like at Melbourne. It went off on Allison. She woke up early.
Oh yeah.
And we had it sitting on the table. It used to sit in the room. And sitting there, and Allison said it just came on all by itself.
So I was asking questions, and it would answer me via candle. I was like, oh my gosh.
And I slept through it all.
It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up and to see the candle go on. I'm like, alrighty then, let's have a conversation.
And remind me not to videotape it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or
I think I tried to.
going.
I think I did it on Instagram. I think I got a little bit.
Or did ya?
I think so.
Yeah. That's normally me, is like, shit, I don't have a video camera going. I don't have nothing going. God damn it.
I know, that's usually how it goes.
Or if we were at the Mason house, and of course I'm in bed, Roland is down at the other end of the hall, coming back with the camera facing the opposite direction, and the door to our room opens.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you coming out? I'm like, no, I'm trying to sleep. I said, I thought that was you coming in. He goes, no, I didn't touch the door. I was like, oh, shit. Okay. So then I had to listen to him click, slam, click, slam, click, slam for the next half hour.
He's just trying to debunk it. Come on,
He
man.
was. He was. He was trying really hard. And I was not a happy camper.
That's another issue I got with people I watch on their live feed. They don't try to debunk nothing.
Right.
And we try to.
Mm-hmm.
Could that be this? Or could it happen this way? And so we can't find no answers.
Mm-hmm.
But if you debunk it, then you're disappointed. They don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah.
That's true. But
Right.
I mean, I get it. You know, I really do. But that's what you should be in it for, is to make sure that it's not something that you can physically recreate.
Yeah.
Because if you can't physically recreate it, then you're sitting here going, ooh.
Right. Yep.
well, that's just like my K2 in Susie's room at Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to debunk it. And we had music playing. Okay, the phone was far enough away. And we had music playing, and it looked like the K2 was dancing to the music. So we stopped it and tried to move the phone closer and put it, with the music on. It didn't do anything. We moved the phone way back across the room, and it would dance again. We could not debunk that.
And sometimes the music box in the hallway would go off depending on the song, and it would match the K2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were trying to debunk it, but we couldn't. So I'm just saying Susie was dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have been for the past couple of days playing with my phone playlists and stuff because, I mean, even sitting here. Um, so I've had, within the last probably 2 weeks, two different dreams. In both dreams, I knew Roland was dead. I knew he had passed away. I knew he was gone. Somehow, some way, he came back. In the first dream, I was interacting with him, but he wasn't talking to me, and I couldn't get, near enough to touch him or anything. But it was, I don't remember the location. It was a familiar type location, and everybody was there. Like you guys, Josh. I mean, the whole Parafam was there. Well, the last dream I had was about 2 nights ago, and again, another paranormal location. This one I know was out in the country. I don't know. It wasn't Edinburgh because it was more of a house. But again, I knew he was dead. I knew he was gone. But he came back again. And I was like running around to everybody. Look who I found. Look who I found. And the reason why I know the Parafam was there is because I can still see Josh's face because Josh was there too. And so I sat there and I'm like, okay, so Rolly, if this is you, I'm going to put on a playlist of our songs. I said, and I'm going to start it out. So I started out with the song that we called our song, When We Met. And I said, okay, if you're here, you tell me you're here. Show me, you can play DJ, tell me you're here. Well, then he put on Christopher Cross, Sailing, which was a song that when we went to California, we played when we were driving down PCH by the ocean. So I was like, okay. Maybe fluke, maybe not. So I'm like, okay, well, give me something that's one of your favorite memories of me. And one of the songs from the movie Gladiator came on. And it was one that I used to sing along with all the time. And I'm like, okay, so we'll see. So I'm like, okay, now how about proving to me that it's you and giving me a song that represents whatever favorite memory you want. All of a sudden, How Do You Like Me Now by Toby Keith. I was like, are you kidding me? Seriously. Okay. So then last night, I did the same thing after I had the second dream. And I'm like, okay, I need we need clarity. I need something. So then, I put it on the playlist that I made for his funeral viewing. And, first song that came up was Aria by Yanni. It's a really pretty song. And I'm like, okay. And I kept asking him for, little things here and there. And some of it made sense, some of it didn't. So the last time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask you one more time for clarity. I want to know if this is you. And the last song to come up was No One Needs to Know. I was like, okay, you're not helping me here, So for the last couple of days, I've been playing with my playlist to see if I can recreate that, to just see if it was some random fluke or anything. But I don't know, though. After asking him for any type of favorite memory, and then all of a sudden, Toby Keith, How Do You Like Me Now?
Yeah.
That's yeah. that would be typical Roland style.
Yeah, it would be.
So yeah, I don't know. It's been weird, and I'm still trying to figure out why. Why? Because normally if it was a dream about him, it would be something like he was never gone.
Mhm.
He never died, or something like that. But in both of the dreams, I knew he was gone. I knew he was dead. I
Yeah.
knew he was not coming back, and he came back.
Yeah, that's weird.
The first one, he didn't really talk. The second one, he did a
Yeah.
little,
Mhm.
but nothing. It was none of the conversation was like relevant.
Mhm.
It was just
Right.
random words here and there that I caught. But
Yeah, that's weird.
yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of interested to see what the hell that's going to bring about because I'm confuzzled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right.
would be too.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
love to see that.
Yeah. We do have a question in chat from Allie. She wants to know, what location have you not been to yet that you really would like to visit?
Oh God. Oh God.
I already put in there that I had a list.
Yeah. I have a long list. What location would I want to visit that I haven't yet? Do I have to just choose one?
We
I don't know. There's so many.
I know.
in 2 weeks you're going to one of them.
Yeah. And I need to. Oh, Sally House. You put in Sally House.
Yeah.
Sally House is awesome.
I want to go there. I haven't been. I've heard mixed reviews, but like I said, I had a dream about it and I didn't know, I had never seen it or anything. And I told Kim about it and she's like, pretty sure this is what you were dreaming about. So I
Okay,
don't know.
so I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
You get me to Velisca, I'll get you back to the Sally House.
Okay. Deal. I'll book Velisca next year. Let's do it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go freeze my balls off. Well, I don't really have balls, but later this year.
Yeah.
'Cause I love.
Sally House is heated, so that one wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I'd want to drive in the winter all the way down.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true. And Velisca's heated, but if you want to catch anything, you got to turn the heat off so you can hear something.
Yeah. I think one of the places that I would absolutely love to investigate that I have not yet, the Stanley Hotel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Have not been there yet. One that I toured but have not gotten to investigate would be the Winchester House.
Ooh, yeah, that's another good one.
One that I have kind of sort of investigated but would love to go back for an overnight would be Trans-Allegheny.
Sorry, I saw this weird shadow over here and I'm like, who the fuck is moving over here? And I turn around, it's Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Cynthia says hi.
Cynthia says hi.
Yeah, no, Trans-Allegheny would be one that I would want to go back to.
That would be a good one. Yeah. I've never been, but that would be a good one.
There's so many places. I would love to go roaming around Lafayette Cemetery in New Orleans at night.
Oh, yeah, I want to do that. I want to go to New Orleans. That's my bucket list.
I would love to go down to St. Augustine Lighthouse in Florida. God, there's just Penhurst Asylum, Gettysburg. There's so many places that I want to get to that I haven't yet. But I do, I still have to count myself lucky that I've been to so many places that have been on my bucket list, So, and I'm going to cross another one off in June.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Ashmore has been on my bucket list. So.
Oh, yep. Yeah, same with mine. I've been wanting to go since I got into this.
Yeah.
Certain people didn't want to go. Not you. Kim's looking at me like,
I wanted to go.
I know, but other people on our team didn't want to go.
Yeah.
They don't like to travel.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God. That's what, you know, I could never envision myself living out of a suitcase. I can't.
Right.
But, I love getting in the car and driving. I love getting in the car and going. You know, Hinsdale, driving out to New York in Hinsdale was amazing.
That's on our bucket list.
That's on our bucket list. I mean, I don't mind being in a car, but driving through some of that traffic, I have such bad anxiety.
Oh,
my
girl.
Lord. I have to take a Xanax or something before I go, and then who knows where the hell we'd end up.
And she white knuckles it.
I do. I white knuckle. Mm-hmm.
The worst places to drive were probably Cincinnati and Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Driving down to Waverly Hills. You did not die. Don't even look at me like that. Did not die.
No, I did not die.
I did not kill us.
No. But I was glad she was driving, not me.
I mean, that, stuff like that. That's what I like to do. I like to be able to get in the car, plan a vacation, and go.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I love it. I really want to go to Hinsdale.
Oh, you guys are gonna frickin' love that place.
Oh, I'm sure. I want
It is.
investigate every nook and cranny.
Oh, definitely. And go up to the Giving Tree, because if you get up to the Giving Tree, when you're coming back down, you can hear something following you.
Oh, dang nice.
Oh, yeah. 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 That place is frickin'. At night was scarier than hell.
Oh, I'm sure.
What were the friendliest towns you've been on?
Yep.
Oh boy. I don't know. Most towns have been friendly. Malvern's a really good one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Malvern's a really good friendly town. Weston, West Virginia, where Trans-Allegheny is, they're pretty friendly there. I think though that was probably one of the scariest road trips I have ever taken. Is when I took Roland on that road trip for his 50th. So they're not called towns; they're called incorporations or villages. Driving through Virginia, Kentucky, West Virginia, out in the middle of nowhere, where every single town has at least 2 antique stores and one of those white wooden clapboard churches.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I beautiful country. I would definitely go back out there again. It is absolutely gorgeous out there, but I would not get out of the car. I was waiting for Deliverance to be started on a banjo. I really was. Especially when we stopped in this little itty-bitty town because Roland had to go to the bathroom. And, of course, the big convenience store is closed for renovations, so we had to go to this little itty-bitty... I don't even know if you could call it a gas station. Just the little itty-bitty frickin' store thing. And he walked in, and I told him, I said, "You don't come out in 10 minutes?" I said, "I'm coming in after you." Because, Filipino guy in very, very Bible Belt, white America.
Yeah, right.
So he comes back out and he's like, "We need to go." And I'm like, "Banjos?" And he goes, "Banjos, we need to go." I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "What happened?" And he goes, "One of the old guys that was in there drinking coffee looks me up and down and goes, 'You ain't from here, are you, boy?'" I went, "Oh, okay, yeah, we're leaving."
Oh, God.
Yeah. We done.
Oh, my Lord.
But friendliest towns, I mean, I don't think that I've ran into one yet that absolutely terrified me to
Mhm.
be in the town. Um, cause I mean, what we weren't that far in Louisville,
Mhm.
so we weren't. I mean, we didn't hit the ghetto or the bad part of town, as they call them.
Yeah.
Um,
And everybody at the motel was real friendly.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So I don't think that I've really run in. I should say I haven't found a town that has not been friendly.
Mhm. I don't think we've come across any yet
Uh-uh.
that I'm aware of.
No, they're usually curious. What you
Yeah,
find?
Yeah.
What you
yeah.
find?
Where are you
Yeah.
going? Can I go?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, I think some of the scariest towns are the towns around here.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Des
I
Moines,
kind of agree.
Des Moines, Omaha. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then, I have this knack of finding the worst part of town when I go.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, for somehow, some way, I always end up in the wrong part of town,
Yep.
and then it's like, okay, we need to turn around.
Yeah, we took a wrong
Oh yeah,
turn
that was
somewhere.
always like that when I'd go on vacations with my parents. My dad drove us through a really bad part of Kansas City. And he literally ran every red light. And he's like, don't look out your windows, just look straight ahead. And there was, people hanging out their windows and everything. And it was very scary. And I'm just like, oh, hey, look at this guy. He's hanging. And he's like, don't look out the window. Just don't look straight ahead. I'm like,
um, New Orleans. If you plan on going to New Orleans,
uh-huh.
make sure you hang around where the French Quarter is, and stuff like that. If that's why you're going,
Uh-huh.
because you get 3-4 blocks out of the French Quarter. I mean, either way,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm planning a trip in April again
Oh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
to go to New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this little bed and breakfast that's right off of the French Quarter,
Uh-huh.
but where it's at, I've never been in that neighborhood before, so I'm kind of interested to see if I ended up doing what I normally do and putting us in a sketchy neighborhood. I did it to Roland and I when we went out to California. I picked out this
Shit.
I picked out this motel
Uh-huh.
in Denver. It was a Super 8 and it was on booking.com, and the photos were awesome,
Right.
and I looked at the map and it looked like it was in a fairly decent place. So I was like, this should be fine. No. Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
The minute we hit the second floor, I had a contact buzz.
Oh, Jesus.
When we went to go to Sonic to get our food, because luckily Sonic was right next door,
Mm-hmm.
we walked out the door to this couple screaming and hollering, and she was threatening to stab him, and
Oh, my gosh.
I looked at Earl and I said, let's get our food and go back inside, please. I don't like it this no more. And I mean, they were outside screaming at each other till about 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, no, I was not impressed.
I wouldn't be either.
No, but yeah, no. Bye, Darren.
Yeah, he's got to roll out. Roll out.
Yep.
Isn't that a ludicrous song?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, dang. I like how Eric walks in the door and the dog is quiet.
Yep.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
It gives the show character.
That's right.
That's my excuse whenever I do my podcast.
Yeah.
It gives my lives. It gives my show character.
That's right. We're showing this is real life here, man.
Yup.
Oh, he heard you.
Oh shit, motherfucker! I spoke too soon.
You did.
Dang it.
You did. Gonna call you a liar.
Dang.
Well, we've hit our hour.
Yep. And I don't see any more questions in chat. So, for our listeners who may not know who you are, can you let them know where they can follow you so they can stalk you, follow you, see what you're up to?
Ooh, stalk me.
Yeah. Cynthia likes a good time, so go ahead and stalk away.
Wow. Okay.
Especially if you're one of those, like, almost like the Magic Mike guys or Chippendales or something, you know?
Oh. Yeah.
That's a whole nother show right there.
The American Male Review. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to come stalk me, you can find us on Facebook. Raven Rose Paranormal is the name of the page. You can find me on Instagram. I believe it's Raven Rose Paranormal. I am on TikTok as Cardinal Sin. Or I think I haven't been able to get into the Raven Rose page on TikTok. I might have to make a new one. I do have Twitter, but I don't use it that much, so I think it's Paranormal Rose or something like that on Twitter. We do have a YouTube channel. It is Raven Rose Paranormal. Do not just type in Raven Rose, otherwise you will find a stripper page. Yeah, I have to add that disclaimer because everybody's like, "Oh, I typed in Raven Rose," and I'm like, "Yeah, don't go there. You need to put the paranormal behind it because if you don't, you're gonna regret it." Yeah. Otherwise, if you go to any of the psychic and paranormal expos here in Iowa that are put on by Pat Kraft or Kelly McCarville, we're usually in a booth at one of those. Otherwise, I believe most of my contact information is on the Raven Rose page.
Perfect. And then also make sure you tune in tomorrow night to Shay's Paranormal Chat. And then also Monday night, it's supposed to remind you have a show Monday night, Cynthia.
I do?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Paranormal Bus Stop. Yes, you do. You have a show.
Oh, we rescheduled it?
It was rescheduled from the 15th, and it is on... Let me look here, because I have the banner. I just got it a little bit ago.
Okay.
On the 22nd. Monday the 22nd. So, yep, you do.
Okay, because Darren failed to let me know that he had rescheduled it.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Well,
thank you for letting me know.
That's right. And you guys are discussing past lives, aliens, and loss of time. So.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that now.
Okay. And then, let's see here. And then also, I believe we have the Healing Light. Let's see when they're on. Because I have two different ones. That's June 6th. Anyways, with Patty Higgins. They're going to talk about crystals. Next week will be a pre-recorded with us. Gal who is an author of many paranormal books, but also I believe she's an investigator as well. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for everybody who was in chat. We had Allie, myself, Cynthia, Darren, Mama Deb, and Kim in chat. So thank you for everybody who's in chat. Thank you to everybody who was not in chat for listening. We appreciate each and every one of you. Of course, we love having Cynthia on. It's always a pleasure. And we didn't go down the rabbit hole too much tonight.
No, we did not. We did good.
Which is amazing because I did have some wine, but I'm already lost my buzz. That's sad.
We did good.
We did fantastic. And thank you, Maverick, our special guest in the back.
Maverick's gone. That's Harley.
Oh, Harley. Yes, Harley. Oh, my God. I'm thinking
of your... Maverick's a REM pod dog.
I know. And she used to have a dog, too. But yes, Harley. Oh, my Lord. Good Lord. All right. Peace out, everybody. Okay.